Long time no see. So I'm going to take you guys through a little day of eating, show you guys my meals, and what I'm currently eating on my cut throughout the day. I know a few of you, said you want a little bit more diversity, a little bit more vlogging, so here I am, now vlogging and offering a little bit of that diversity. So I just woke up. Typically I just wake up, have a black coffee, relax a little bit for about an hour, and then I kind of start my day, usually my first meal. So right now we are going to go to the grocery store. I need some cooking spray. I don't have any right now. So that is my plan. Gonna go to the store, get the cooking spray. I go to the grocery store like almost every other day, sometimes 4 to 5 times a week. I enjoy doing that. A lot of my days spent going to the grocery store. Days are spent doing that. But yeah, so far, weighed in at 230.4, despite even eating a couple spoonfuls of ice cream at 5 a.m. I have a habit of doing that. Lately, I just wake up in the middle of the night and I just instantly go scavenge the, pantry with that, or I go and, go in the freezer and get some ice cream. So, I don't try to do that all the time, since that's not the most conducive thing towards dropping body fat, but I find that when I do it, oddly enough, it doesn't actually hurt me that much, maybe because it's a bit of a healthier 50% fat, less fat ice cream, and I'm not eating the entire thing. It's just 4 to 5 spoonfuls, gets the job done, go back to bed. Many times that I've done that, I've actually woken up a good 2 pounds lighter versus the day before, which again is odd, but maybe there's a cortisol response, maybe like a drop in cortisol helps with maybe a little bit of flushing of water retention from that cortisol. So yeah, that's become a little bit of habit, or taking my sister's snacks for her school. I do that too in the middle of the night sometimes, like 3 a.m. I take like her Nutri-Grain bars or fruit snacks. I gotta stop doing that as well. Gotta practice a little bit more self-control. But when you're this deep into a deficit, around 9% body fat, it gets a bit challenging. But hey, I'm now going to show you guys what I typically eat. I usually eat the same stuff every single day. I find that it helps me with consistency. It's very simple. It doesn't stress me out mentally. I'm not putting a lot of mental willpower into making my meals, since I already know what I'm going to make. And I find that mental is very important, especially in a deficit. So I'm going to go to the store, I'm going to grab that, and I'll show you my first meal. Yes, I still have the same car, since some people care about cars. I'm not really a car person, but I still have the same one, since many people, probably, not many, very few of you might be interested in that. My new dog, had him for a few months. His name is Az, or I call him the Azwag. He's only a few years old. He's been really sweet. He's a guard dog. We got Gracie over here. Whoa, relax. And we got Spence, old man. Yep, so I just wanted to show you guys my dogs here. So, yeah, I'm now driving to the store. I usually don't do these, I guess. Let me turn that down. I usually don't do talking while driving vlogs very often, but one person asked of me to do that, so I can do that a little bit now, since I have a very tiny camera right now, the vlogging camera. Typically this is what my day will consist of, depending on if I already have my groceries. It's just a lot of driving, to the store and back, which is literally just a few minutes away from my house. I live in a very small town in California. It's only about 6 square miles, so it's very easy to get around. But right now I'm only going to the store just for cooking spray. That's really all I need. lips are dry as hell, man. Every time I have my cup of coffee and I have not eaten yet, my lips are always so dry. Alright, now I'll go into the store and I'm gonna get the cooking spray. Alright, so this is what meal 1 is gonna be. We're gonna do, I believe this is, 15 ounces of ground bison. This is my favorite meat to eat in general. If not this, I usually do 99 ground turkey. I'm going to do a little bit of tomato sauce and a little bit of no sugar added tomato ketchup. I always do this combo pretty much, either with my ground turkey or my bison. And we're going to do some gluten-free pasta. A little known fact about me, I don't really do white rice that much because I'm just not a huge fan of it. I used to eat it a lot when I was eating chicken and stuff earlier this year. But I find this tastes better. And the macros are about the same, if not a little bit better. And I have no digestion issues with gluten-free pasta, you know. So this is going to be the first meal. Heating up the water. The pasta takes about 10 minutes to cook. The bison about 7, so I'm going to cook that now. Alright, so this is the final product. We got a cup of noodles, pasta, 15 ounces of lean ground bison, a little bit of tomato basil sauce, low calorie, and the no sugar ketchup. So this is typically what I eat every day, and if it's not ground bison, it will usually be ground turkey. So this is my go-to meal. I could eat it every single day. It's tasty. I find I could eat a pound of meat just about every single meal with the ketchup and a little bit of tomato sauce. It makes it a lot easier to get down. And it's really easy to stick to since it's always tasty. Alright, so I'm finished with my first meal. Pretty good. That's one of my favorite meals that I eat, which helps me stay, consistent. In terms of like dieting, I don't even want to say dieting, I want to say just lifestyle. If you're trying to lose body fat or you're trying to keep it clean and as healthy as you can, eating a lot of simple meals I find helps a lot. So I'll typically have 2 meals a day. Sometimes I might do 3, but today we're just going to do 2 and a protein shake and intra and pre-workout, intra-workout. Typically I'll be watching Baldur's Gate 3 or like video game stuff on YouTube with like CRPGs like Pathfinder or Baldur's Gate, or maybe I might be watching something about like Vietnam or Germany, like World War II, but typically it's like a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 stuff. Kind of nerding out in regards to that. I like, listening to something. I find that, when I'm cooking, because I cook all my meals. If I'm eating 3 times a day, I'm cooking every single one of those meals. And I really enjoy it. It's actually not a lot of effort. People complain about cooking and they say that it's hard or they're too lazy. I'm telling you, most of the time it takes me less than 10 minutes to make a meal. Usually 7 minutes. Okay, so it's not hard to do. I find that most people, the hardest part is just literally getting up and doing it. Getting the food that you need to cook, going to the store and buying it. Some people don't even like doing that, anxiety or whatever, laziness. Putting the meat in the pan, boiling your water, whatever it is, or boiling your vegetables, however you do it, throwing it into the microwave. I don't really microwave a lot of stuff. It's very easy, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a chef. You don't have to be the greatest cook in the world, but the more you do it, the better you get at it. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So, get a good cooking spray, low calorie cooking spray, or use something like olive oil if you want, and practice. It's what I did. It's something I wish I started when I was a bit younger. At least not even a bit younger. I wish I was doing this a year ago or 2 years ago, because I was eating out all the time, or I was just buying, pre-made meals and being lazy, even though those pre-made meals do help. I was very lazy, and even 2022, 2023, I was eating out like every single day. 2-3 times a day. Like every single meal I was just eating out, and then I'd maybe make a protein shake or something. Like, if you guys remember me, in 2021, 22, 23, my diet was terrible. Like, it was shit. I was so lazy. I didn't really, I mean, I cooked a little bit. I might have made a breakfast, like eggs and toast or maybe oatmeal. But, I ate a lot of calories. I ate a lot of food, but it was not quality food, and it never made me feel good. I was always kind of bloated. My midsection was always kind of bloated. My energy was down. And it's crazy how much little effort I put into all of this back then. If I go back in time, that's something I would change, is my diet and my nutrition, because that is what's ultimately, as you guys see now, helped me the most in my physique and my training and my consistency and my overall health. A lot of people say, oh, what do you do for skincare? Or what are you doing to avoid side effects? A lot of it is just that I'm healthy as it is. I eat really clean. I try to get a good 6-7 hours of sleep. I don't stress. There's no stress in my life. It's just me. It's almost 100% control on what I want to do, who I want in my life, who I interact with, what's going on in it. And ultimately that really helps a lot. But the diet is very important. A lot of issues can be solved by just eating better and stop making excuses for yourself, because you're the only one that can change that, right? And that's how I had to learn. I had to learn myself the hard way after missing out on gains and missing out on being actually pleased and happy with myself, since I knew I wasn't putting in the work and I was just making shortcuts. That's my little pep talk regarding diet and lifestyle changes. And if you're someone watching this and you've thought about doing it, but you're like, man, I can't do it, just fucking give it a shot, man. Just try it out. If I could do it, you can do it, because I was the absolute worst when it comes to that. All right, guys, now I will film my next meal or whatever I eat, and I'm going to have to go pick up this package right now. So we'll see what that is. Check this out. Nothing makes me more happier than getting more supplements. This is my pre and intra workout drinks that I use to mix. This is the powder. Carbolin, 10 out of 10. I'm not sponsored by this. I just get it off of Amazon. I usually will do 100 grams of carbs in total. 50 pre, 50 intra. I've went up to 150 a few times, which was fun. And I'll show you guys more about that later, but nothing makes me more happy than getting my intra workout shakes. I always love getting these, and they taste so fucking good. Like, the taste is amazing. And they really do help performance and the pump and endurance. This one has electrolytes in it, which is what I want to, since I've been slacking on the electrolytes. You know what I mean? Once you get leaner, they're always important, but I feel like it'll help my look and pumps even more and performance. Like, this one comes with electrolytes, and it's the same price. They're the same price. And this one tastes amazing. I love it. So yeah, these always make me so happy. I always love getting these like supplements, or from, Huge Supplements too. The brand I'm sponsored by. I'm not sponsored by this one. It just makes me so happy. So I get all excited. I'm like, yeah, because my pre-workout shakes are like my favorite thing to do. They get me like so amped up. I have like a little routine now for the gym, and it's like gets me so excited, because it's like, all right, now it's time to start the process of mutation. All right, well, now I will record, I guess, my next meal here in a few hours. Now, probably an hour or two. Now it's time to play some Baldur's Gate 3. All right, so now I'm taking in 2 scoops of protein powder and 1 banana, and then I mix that up with water, and I'm getting ready to drink that now. So typically at this point during the day, I start to get a little bit hungry again after my first meal, and that's when the protein shakes come in. I don't feel like making another meal, so yeah, I get the protein shakes out, 2 scoops, very simple, and I use quite a bit of water, because I find that the more water I use with it, of course, makes it less thick. Sometimes protein shakes taste a little bit better with less water, just enough. But right now I'm using a bit more, so it will fill me up compared to if I was using less. But yeah, it is now 2 o'clock and I start getting ready for the gym at around 4. So this should last me till about the gym. So I have one meal and then typically I have a protein shake. Sometimes I might have two, like sometimes I might have like a small breakfast, like 2 to 3 eggs, a piece of toast and maybe some cream of rice or, a protein shake. I might do 2 protein shakes in one day. This should hold me off until gym, and this is going to be a chest day today. So yeah, I'm gonna take down this protein shake, play some Baldur's Gate 3, and then get ready for the gym. So I also wanted to throw in that I do weigh myself every single morning, and this kind of dictates what I'm going to eat, primarily carbs, and how much I'm going to eat. So every single day I'm eating in a deficit, no matter what. The goal is fat loss. The goal is to get as lean as I possibly can, shooting for 8% for now. And I don't need to track my calories. I have a good kind of idea of how much I'm getting through previous checking. So I kind of just, use measuring cups and look at, the ingredients, the total calories, and kind of eyeball things, right? So if I wake up and I go off my weight first and foremost, so I weigh myself fasted every single morning, no water, no nothing. And that kind of gives me an idea compared with looking at myself in the mirror in my room after every single morning to see where my fullness is at, how my physique is looking. If I've noticed I'm really veiny, I'm a bit fuller, maybe I'm up a pound or two weight compared to where I'm usually at. I usually stay around 228 to 230. That kind of helps with me deciding, okay, I'm going to have a little bit more carbs today, or I'm going to have a little bit less carbs today. So since I had some ice cream at 5 a.m., about 5 or 6 spoonfuls impulsively, I've now decided that, I'm going to go a little bit lighter on the carbs today. I woke up very vascular, 230.4, pretty full. So there's no need to get as much carbs in compared to, earlier this week. By Monday, I think I was 227 or somewhere around there. It was on the weekend, I think. And at that point I was really flat in my workouts. I noticed I was a little bit flat. So I was eating upwards to 300 to 350 grams of carbs a day around there, and even tried 150 grams pre-initial workout. So I like to go off the mirror a lot, and this is a good tip. The scale is very important, but always go off the mirror and how you're looking, and make adjustments, as time goes along. All right, so I'm up now from my nap. I actually take naps pretty frequently, probably one of my favorite things to do, especially when I get tired midday before the gym. But I'm going to show you guys now my pre-workout and my caffeine pre-workout and my Carbolin pre-workout. So first and foremost, we have pre-workout of choice right now. This one tastes very similar to like a sour Skittles. Wrecked Bomb Popsicle, my favorite. 350 grams of protein here. But this is my go-to for pre-workout. And for the intra-workout, I'm going to do, I always keep mixing them up. The pre-workout, I'm going to do 2 scoops of this, which is going to be 54 grams of carbs with some electrolytes. And then I'm also going to do a pump of this liquid glycerol. This is kind of what I've been throwing in recently. It just dropped, and that's going to add another 12.5 grams of carbs, 50 calories. This is essentially really good for pumps, hydration, endurance, but this has a really nice pump effect in the gym. So I like throwing that in. So yeah. Just finish this up. I'm going to make this, drink this, And then I'm going to make my intro workout with the other one, the normal one without electrolytes, another 50 grams. This is going to be 54. The other is just going to be, well, this will be more. This will be 66 grams of carbs. So that's a pretty good amount. All right, now time to down these and get ready.
Going, Dawson.
What's going on?
What are you hitting today?
I'm doing a little bit of chest.
There you go.
I got Pedro here.
How's it going, guys?
With the camera, doing my little vlog, and so yeah, I'm getting ready to hit chest here. This is the first time he's ever held the camera, so kind of interesting, huh?
Learning something new every day with this guy.
Yeah, a little flat.
You know, he's gonna get a little workout in. You guys are gonna see that pump. He's been looking crazy recently.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are gonna love this.
What about our trip coming up?
Oh man, the Vegas trip is gonna be in.
Who are we seeing?
We're gonna, hopefully, if everything works out, we're gonna see Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
You know. So, you know, hopefully everything works out.
Hopefully he's there.
You guys are gonna get some Jay Cutler content coming pretty soon here.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're going there to see him, but if, you know, he's not there, no big deal. We're still gonna get some good content.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've just been showing them a little bit of what I've been eating throughout my day, a little bit, my meals, but I figured it'd be cool to get a little bit of gym content with you. So Pedro's gonna get a little bit used to the camera. You guys have seen him. He's been in a few of my videos, my best friends. Yeah.
Well, you guys are gonna see a lot more of me going forward.
Yes. And
especially in this trip, this upcoming trip.
Maybe Pedro will actually be pretty skillful with the camera.
Yeah, here's hoping. Pretty smart guy.
He's a pretty good learner. So we'll see. All right, so for my final meal of the day, we got something similar to my first meal, which is 99.1 pound of 99.1 ground turkey, pasta, elbows this time, gluten-free. I like these the most because they cook a little bit faster. They take about 7 to 8 minutes. And the ground turkey cooks a bit faster than the ground bison too, since it's a lot leaner. Maybe not a whole lot leaner, but you know, it is pretty lean. And then we have the ketchup as well. And then we have the low-calorie tomato basil sauce. So this is my second actual meal of the day and my last. And then after this, I'm probably going to have fruit, either a banana, an apple, or I might make a protein shake again. Another protein shake with a banana and maybe some almond butter, since I need a little bit more fats for today. So yes, this is my meal, and now I'm going to finish it, and then we'll conclude this video. All right, guys, so I just finished up my protein shake. I had 2 scoops of protein powder, banana, and a teaspoon of almond butter, or a tablespoon of almond butter. So that was that. That was my last thing I'm going to be eating tonight. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole day of eating for me. I'm going to do my best to make sure I'm not eating at 3 or 5 a.m. like I have been a good portion of this week. I don't always do this, but I'm getting to that point now, leanness, where it's starting to get challenging, not from an appetite, you know, like a appetite standpoint necessarily, or binging. Like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm not eating, you know, junk food. I'm not eating fast food. It's just, it's to the point now where my body knows what it wants, and it's like, we're not getting enough. So it's like, it just, it's hard to avoid that, to just kind of not give it what it wants, you know, in survival mode. It's like caveman mode almost. Yeah, other than that, you know, everything's been going good, despite me not eating a whole lot, you know, despite me still doing that, everything is still going well. Hold on, there's a fucking frog. Alright, I'm back. There was a frog. There's a frog in my bathroom. It's like stuck in the shower drain or something. But yeah, training So today I undershot my carbs a little bit. I didn't have enough for the day in terms of for me to have a good training session. So I've kind of just been going off feel here, and this whole week I've had a bit more carbs, probably around 300 to 350 grams, on average. And I thought that I looked full this morning. I looked vascular. I liked how I was looking, and I thought, I'll be fine. Cutting back on them, trying to get a little bit lower amount of calories today compared to most of the week, while still being in a deficit. Just trying to dig a little bit harder, and definitely undershot it for sure. I think I was going into the gym with only maybe 200 grams of carbs total in the day, with my pre and intra workout included, which is not enough. I'm at the point now where I could still be flat on 350 grams of carbs in a day. So while today was a pretty good day of eating for me, in terms of protein, for gym performance, maybe an extra 40 to 60 grams, around meal one to meal, maybe around my protein shake, maybe like an apple and a banana, or a serving of cream of rice with banana, an extra 50, 60 grams would have been great. Like a pre-workout meal, like an hour or two before. But yeah, I haven't done one of these in a while, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed it. It's, I'm going to have to keep just getting better at it regarding YouTube. But let me know if you guys liked the video, or maybe what you would like to see more of. Any advice, any and all advice will do. But if you guys are curious on seeing something else, or you just want to have some feedback, comment, let me know. But, feels good. Feels good to do one of these videos again, It's nice I was thinking about it today, having such a small community now versus what I used to have. Like, you guys are very solid, you guys are very loyal, and you've stuck with me throughout all this, you know what I mean, my whole journey. But even if it's a smaller community, I much prefer it. You guys, you know who I am, you support me for who I am now. The changes I've made, you're not just, I guess, wishing I was the same I was 2-3 years ago, which ultimately would have been really bad for me in the long run. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate, you guys, the community I have now. Might not be the community I had 2-3 years ago, but, this is much preferred. So, yeah, I think that about sums up the video. Tomorrow is going to be a leg day, an earlier leg day since the gym closes a bit earlier, but nothing else really to talk of other than I'm going to Las Vegas soon to hopefully meet up with Jay Cutler. I think that'll be really cool, But other than that, that's about it for me. This is just what I've been doing day in and day out. No big plans. Nothing involving competing. I feel like with you guys, with me competing, you guys will know when I'm on stage. You know what I mean? Whenever I do competition, I'm not going to make it a big thing. I'm not going to say I am or I'm not going to compete. It's just when it happens, it's going to happen. But I'm having a lot of fun with this, So, feels good to be back a little bit on YouTube, post more. I'm rambling a little bit, as I always do. Alright, well, that pretty much sums it up. Thank you guys for joining, and, watching, of course. Until next time.